Hello, Leo. Welcome to your June 2021 tarot. We're going to jump right into things. I have pre-shuffled all of the decks that are being used today, starting with the Sixth Sense Connection Oracle cards. It's got a message for Leo. Now, this is going to be the energy that's kind of playing out behind the scenes that you don't necessarily see or feel. This may even be the end goal. We'll see what comes out. How did you guys do with that massive full moon on May 26th with the eclipse? Well, you know what? That is just the beginning of a month full of moving and shaking in the cosmos. So we'll talk about a lot of this stuff that is playing out in the cosmos over the course of June as I shuffle cards and whatnot. But the energies that you are playing with kind of throughout the month of June is you've got the bridge. So you're building bridges, and those building bridges could be in romance. Ooh, this is good. I like it already. Because Leo, what a great way for you to be kicking off the summer. Oh my God. Possibly building bridges in regards to romance. So we are going to jump in with the Santa Muerte Tarot. It's got the messages for Leo for June, please. I'm not sure if that card actually flipped out. One tried. Okay, I don't see it. We'll find out though as we go along. So we started Gemini season on May 20th, May 26th, or May 23rd. We'll backtrack a little bit. May 23rd, Saturn went retrograde. We've got Pluto that is currently in retrograde. And then we've got, we had the full moon with the lunar eclipse, which that was showing us a little bit of what is fated for us, what is coming in, and what maybe needs to end. Endings was a big theme for this eclipse. Now, May 29th, Mercury, the planet of communication and the planet that rules over Gemini, went retrograde in the sign of Gemini. So for almost the entire month of June, you can expect your communications. Oh my God. Oh, my French was just trying to slip out there. You can expect communication to start going sideways and to stay that way until June 22nd. Okay. Last week of June, please, for Leo. Just getting the cards here. Now in June, things are really starting to move and shake. On June 10th, we have the new moon in the sign of Gemini. And then we've got the following day, on June 11th, which is the Friday, we have a solar eclipse, which is bookending the eclipse that we had in May. So if you didn't see what was supposed to be closing out at that time, you should know by the time the second week of June ends. You're going to know. And that's if you haven't already had it happen or be shown to you, you should know exactly what's going on by then. Bottom of the deck, we've got Major Arcana card, the very first card of not only the entire tarot, but of the Major Arcana. So this is the start of a new cycle, and you are beginning a new cycle, and you're moving towards a new beginning. And that new beginning could be in romance. Don't forget, we've got these oracle cards playing out in the background as well. The Fool card is what is really kind of playing out. There's kids playing outside and they're yelling. The Fool card is taking a leap of faith into something new and leaving what no longer serves behind. And that includes emotional baggage, not just physical baggage. As clarifiers, I am going to use the Mystic Garbage Tarot. And to start off the first week of June for you, you've got a little bit of your own sign and a whole lot of fire coming in. because we've got the Queen of Wands and Temperance. Now, Temperance is starting to be close to the end of the major arcana. Talks about hope and patience, but it also calls in balance. And I do believe this is the card of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. And then we've got the Queen of Wands. She's fiery, she's lustful, and she's passionate. And that may be where you're starting to take your leap of faith towards building bridges towards a new romance. Let's get some clarifying cards for Temperance and the Queen of Wands for Leo. Let's see what comes in. Now, this may also be a very individual thing, and that can be figured out in a personal reading, which if you would like a personal reading, check the description box down below. I am going to leave my email, send me a message, and we can talk about details because I do personal readings. Anyway, back to the cards. We've got the Page of Swords. You're not necessarily sure you're up to this challenge, but we've got water energy here with the High Priestess, clarifying things. Now, this is a 2 card, and it is a major arcana card, so there is balance being spoken about in this card as well. But it's very intuitive, and you may be having to listen to your gut as to what happens here with all of this energy. Sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable here. I had to switch up where I do my readings because my house is a mess. Why is my house a mess? I'm doing renovations. Because my house is going to be going on the market in the very near future. Anyway. Back to this. How you proceed forward with a situation that is going to be arising, and it could be one that is taking a leap of faith into the new romance, and you're very fired up over it, but you may want to be slowing things down a little bit, partly because you're not sure how to approach this and how to go forward with it, but at the same time, use your gut, use your intuition. There may be, with the High Priestess, there is a warning of secrets being kept. It, to me, I'm picking up more of there's information that you still need to learn before you jump into anything or commit to anything fully. And the Fool does talk about taking a leap of faith, but it doesn't necessarily have to play out in the first week. The taking the leap of faith, the Fool card that's in the background, that's what you're wanting to work towards and be taking that leap of faith. Now, 2 of Wands, there's making a decision here of something you're nurturing. The Queen and King of Pentacles is here. So just know that you may need to have a softer approach for this couple energy that is coming in with the King and Queens of Pentacles, and that may be a little bit of your energy and a little bit of the energy coming in, and because the King and Queen of Pentacles are very much they're a couple, and they're a power couple. They're wealthy and they know it. They're committed to each other. They're hardworking. It's great energy, and it's so funny that that energy came out because that segues perfectly into week 2. Week 2, we've got the King of Pentacles. Remember, loyal, hardworking. He's also wealthy and committed. He's willing to commit. So that may scare some of you guys, because any of the Leos I know, getting into a relationship, no big deal. Starting new relationships, no big deal. But you have a tendency to maybe end relationships when they do start to get to be too comfortable, too committed, or there is potential for a long-term commitment, which the King of Pentacles is. He's in for the long haul. And that energy is definitely carrying over into the second week. Now, this King of Pentacles, can't hold on to the cards. We've got the Emperor that goes along with it, and the Emperor is Major Arcana. And the Emperor is kind of the ruler over all of the kings. He's the dad. This is Mars energy, so there's some fire and passion behind him as well, where the King of Pentacles is not maybe as fiery. He's committed and loyal, and he's got the Pentacles to keep anybody around. But at the same time, you want to have that spark and that connection, and the Emperor energy is going to definitely rule it. Now, don't get too defensive with the Seven of Wands here. There's a lot of fire energy in here, lots of wands, like lots of wands. So let's see if there's anything that needs to be clarified here with this trio of cards for Leo. You want this to be a forever after relationship, committed, loyal, disciplined, where you're not going to be worried about a wandering eye, because the King of Pentacles is really committed, and you may be feeling really defensive over the take charge. Ooh, I'm liking this. I like this. There's the second week of June for Cancer was super positive, and yours, despite the fact that there's maybe a little bit of defensiveness, could be because of the Emperor energy being a little bit abrasive, because none of these are cups. There isn't necessarily the emotional romantic component, but you've got the Three of Cups, which is about celebration, taking a leap of faith into something new. So you've got double confirmation here with the Fool. And I think in June, you're going to know whether you're taking a leap of faith into this relationship or not. And again, if you want to know more about that and get a personal reading, shoot me an email and we'll chat. So in the third week of June, this is when the cosmos really start to move and shake. After we have the eclipses and the new moon, we're going to know what needs to close out, what needs to be left behind. We move into the third week of June, in which on June 21st, the sun moves out of Gemini into Cancer. On the 22nd, Mercury goes direct. On the 23rd, Jupiter slips back into Aries. It's currently in Pisces. And then it goes into retrograde until the end of October. Now, there is potentially something coming in here. Like, this is a moving and shaking week for a lot of people, and has been coming out across the board so far. You've got the Major Arcana card of the Tower. And this card talks about something that comes in and rattles you and shakes your foundation. Now, you've got the Three of Wands in reverse. So instead of getting your answer, you may be turning your back to it, or you're not getting your answer. But then there's an executive decision that needs to be made. So the King of Swords, I strongly feel, hang on, I like to show you the cards in the way that they make sense. So the Tower moment comes in, and it really kind of shakes you, and you feel like things are really up in the air, and you thought you had the answer, but now you're really running it through your head with the King of Swords energy here, and needing to maybe make an executive decision. So let's clarify this pack here for Leo. King of Swords, Three of Wands reverse, and the Tower. Okay. Anything else? Okay. What is this Tower moment? What is this Tower moment? Now, this Tower moment I'm not necessarily feeling like is related to the relationship. I feel like this is something completely different. Okay, your Tower is clarified by strength. This is the card of Leo. It's major arcana as well. So it's really big energy coming in. And you're going to need your strength. 7 of Cups. There's a lot of options, and it feels like it's going to possibly be eating your heart out, and not in a good way. But you've got the 3 of Wands. So you go from not having your answer, maybe not having clarity about your answer, but it does shift. And you're gonna have to wait for things to really kind of play out. And I think before this answer becomes really clear. So before we can move from this guy to this 3 of Wands, now once again, fire energy, it is quick moving, as is the Swords energy. So the Swords energy, you're gonna have to make a decision. I don't feel it has to do with this new start, particularly if this new start is in romance. And you're gonna have to make a really quick decision, but there's some clarity that's lacking. And you're gonna have to be a little bit patient and dig down into your own inner strength and be strong while all of this plays out and you eat your heart. Like you feel like it's something's gnawing on your heart. Like I'll show you the card. That's exactly what your heart is going to be feeling like during this process. And like I said, I don't feel that it is in regards to this relationship, because the King of Swords, it's air energy. This is a completely different energy than the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, which we saw in the first 2 weeks. This is something completely different. So try not to fear too much if this is a new relationship that you have been working on, building towards. This 3rd week of June stuff, it's something else. It's outside of that. And then we move on to the last week of June. There's the 7 of Cups again. There's a lot of options here. And the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is sneaky, underhanded, dirty behavior. And I do feel that this is strongly related to whatever the Tower moment is. So let's clarify 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords for Leo. We'll see what more of this is for you. The Tower moment is going to be very individual. I'm going to pick that up in just a moment. I'm going to see if anything else wants to come out in regards to these guys. Okay. I'm good with that. Oh, there's been tons of double confirmation. There you go. The 7 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. There's potentially some sneaky, underhanded, dirty energy that is coming out, and it's leaving you with a lot of options here, and it's got your head swimming. You're all caught up in your head about it, and I think this has to do with your job. Again, being caught up in your head about it with the 2 of Swords. So there's a potential decision in regards to a job. Now, you may have a new job on the horizon, and that's what's causing a lot of this. But know that there is stability. There's your answer. Knight of Cups. It's an offer that is going to move your heart, and it's an offer that is being given to you. Then you've got the Chariot, which is movement, and this Tower moment could be, I'm going to go out on a limb here, could be job related in the fact that if you're an executive, just with the King of Swords, that's my executioner, and needing to make executive type decisions where you don't confer with other people. I do strongly feel this is about your job. In the second half, it goes from the romance, the warm and fuzzies, all the good feels of something new, and then it shifts into something else comes in to rattle your cage. And there is still that element of taking a leap of faith into something new. And tower moments get a bad rap, but it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. And with the Three of Wands in reverse in the second week of June, you could be looking for answers in regards to what action do you take. And you're really caught up in your head about it. And there's a lot of options and you're just really not sure what to do, what way to go. And it's likely involving your pentacles. So I'm going to say job. I don't get bank account or investments. I'm getting straight up at your job. That's really kind of playing on your heart. And you're not one to be as in tune to your heart. You're more about the fun, the flirtation, and the passion. So as you close out the month, there could be a big decision to make about do you stay, do you go? Because the Chariot card was kind of there in, there it is, the Chariot card. The Chariot card is there and it talks about movement, travel. And you may have to move for your job. And that's where the conflict comes in. And you feel like this was a dirty, underhanded move where, or maybe you're having to travel a lot more for your job that you weren't told about was part of this promotion or new position. You weren't told something. And now you're all caught up in your head about it and you're worried about it. But fret not. A couple more quick housekeeping things before I close things off. That is where the tarot reading ends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Why? Not only does it help the video get out into the algorithm and get seen, it also counts towards my monthly contest that I have going on. So at the end of the month, whichever sign had the most views for their sign, for their monthly reading, I should correct myself, they get bonus readings for the following month. So how does that work? In May, Taurus crushed it. They get bonus readings for all of June. So for the June monthly readings, whatever sign has the most views and interactions, they will get bonus readings in July. So there's that. You never know when I am going to jump on, do bonus readings as well, just in general. Maybe it's for the full moon, maybe it's for the eclipse, maybe it's because I just feel like doing it, maybe it's a pick a card pile. You're going to want that notification bell to be hit so you know when I release new videos. And if you want a private reading, please send me an email. So I'm going to leave it here and I will talk to you soon.